gonna be. And these two teams are both aggressive attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Brown. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Unloads. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Such a savvy passer. Jokic is patient and gets quality openings for his teammates.
Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. Oh, good with the triple. Pass to Jokic. Jokic with the screen on Van Vliet. Back to Jokic. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Five on the clock. Rebound by the Nuggets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And here is Brooks after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Brooks feeling it out a bit. To the inside. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist by Brooks.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
Pass to Brown. Outside Porter. On the wing, Gordon. He's covered by Thompson. Thompson against Gordon. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Now here's Brooks. He's covered closely. Outside Green. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
Give Fred Van Vliet a look from anywhere behind the arc, and he's letting it fly.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. When it comes to Jamal Murray, coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Nuggets making a change here. Smith has checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Aiden Watson comes in for Michael Porter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Braun. Houston moving the ball around. Brooks kicks to Green. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. That one goes in.
When you try to check Green in pick and roll action, you've got to stop him first.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Westbrook does not lack for style in finishing, and when you've got his explosiveness, that's an easy thing to do.
There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Over Gordon. Thompson misses. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Now, here's Jokic. And the shot is good.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
Rockets trail by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson against Gordon. Green left side.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
First trip to the line for him here.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Green. Now Westbrook. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
The post-pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Holiday in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Here's Whitmore, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Here's Whitmore. Nothing on the board. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Christian Braun's checked in for the Nuggets.
Into the lineup for the Nuggets, number 0, Christian Braun.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Eason. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Personal foul.
That one on Porter.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him. Three shots.
That free throw, no good. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
He hits the second from the line. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Eason with it. He's covered by Watson. From 13, Eason's shot is good.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Porter over Şengün. Porter, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Eason. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Porter with it. Now defended by Şengün. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And that sends Michael Porter to the free throw line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Amen Thompson comes in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in for Peyton Watson. Free throw good, Porter. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Wear your t-shirts to the loudest section. So make some noise.
And here are the best transition teams in the NBA. We're looking at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Nuggets, number 1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Thompson. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Thompson with the bucket.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll. Westbrook continues to pile up incredible numbers. I mean, his intensity on a nightly basis is absolutely insane.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Jabari Smith. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, the passion Westbrook plays with is infectious. He plays hard every second he's out on the court.
Van Vliet finds Thompson. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. Green passes to Brooks. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Van Vliet's got it all tied up now for Houston. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great defense that time from Şengün. But Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure. You know, for Jokic, his consistency at the line goes back to his rookie season. He's always shot above 80% on his free throws. That's remarkable for a guy of his size.
Houston making a switch here. Smith has checked in, and Jokic drops them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now here's Van Vliet. 37 points in the win against Miami. Here's Thompson. Some solid defense from Šarić. Denver in the lead. Here's Westbrook, and the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Šarić, still without a basket. Pass to Brown. Outside Westbrook. Jokic with this screen on Green. Here's Westbrook. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Murray outside. Westbrook, a screen on Van Vliet. Pass to Jokic. Over Smith. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Denver on top. They lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Taking a look here at Denver, they're in good position, definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. And now let's check out the Denver Nuggets, who are in a close game after one half of play.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Fred VanVleet really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's Murray. So on the floor for Denver. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point. Here's Brown. For the 3, it's good from long range. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Brooks kicks to Green. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
Brown, the pass to Murray. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün Jie is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jokic.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here is Murray. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Porter finds Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, here's Green. 10 points for him. Thompson outside. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Houston.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Lets a floater go. Great defense that time from Şengün. Thompson with it, all guarded by Murray. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Gordon. Still yet to score. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jokic.
Bouncing off tough defense that time. Jokic using his strength to get it done.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Kevin, Jamal Murray is built for clutch situations. Coach Michael Malone said, I know a lot of guys are pretty good in the regular season, but when the stage is at its biggest, Jamal seems to step up and perform. He's a guy that thrives in the moment, never afraid of it. You can't say that for a lot of players. Kevin?
Oh, you're so right. He isn't afraid of anything. David, he is big time. Thank you. Here's Green, following the basket by Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Green, such a hard cover because he's always in attack mode, disruptive to the defense, and makes it hard to guard him.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. And a switcher also for Denver. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Braun.
We got this.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside Westbrook. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Westbrook's got 9.
You know, so often we see Westbrook with the ball driving or pulling up off the dribble. He can catch and shoot it just as well.
1:19 left to play here in the third. Van Vliet with it. And it's Gordon picking him up, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Porter passes to Jokic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Jokic with the screen on Eason. Here's Porter. In the corner, it's Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Westbrook missing. Houston in the lead. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Eason finds Green. Murray against Van Vliet. Thompson in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Rising and shooting. How about Thompson showing some assertiveness off the catch?
From deep, Jokic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The post-pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Murray. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find the look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
Şengün with a screen on Westbrook. Whitmore, that shot no good. Some solid defense from Šarić. Murray with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket for Murray.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
What's up?
Throw good, Murray. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court. And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Murray dishes to Watson. To Šarić. Now Murray. And Šarić kicks to Watson. Here's Murray. Out the basket. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Pass to Şengün. Over Šarić, and Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Holiday.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Boston with a big group substitution here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Denver, Jokic, he's checked in for Šarić. Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Michael Porter in for Russell Westbrook. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I got a chance to hear what Michael Malone said to his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a load down on the blocks.
VanVleet against Murray. VanVleet can't get it to go. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. He takes it in, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Brooks outside. Back to VanVleet. From the arc, down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And VanVleet unmoved under pressure. I mean, when his team needs a basket, he simply goes out and handles his business.
Now here's Murray. Denver passing it around. Jokic inside. Sengun covering. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Jokic shooting. It's going to be on Alperen Sengun. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Murray against VanVleet. For Murray. VanVleet can't get that one to fall.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
They grab their own miss. They shoot again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
Really out of the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. VanVleet against Murray. And Brown pulls it down. Here's Denver now. They're on a 16-7 run. Flexing that range, Nikola Jokic.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from VanVleet.
VanVleet knows his team needs him to deliver much in the clutch. So all he does is dial up that intensity.
Now, here's Jokic. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Şengün. Stolen away. Here's Brown. Guarded by Green. Wide open look here for Murray. Another three for Denver.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Count that one from Van Vliet. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Murray surveying the D. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
So we see Denver get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jamal, you really got after it tonight, and obviously the game means a lot to you. How do you find that edge?
I just play better when I have that motion. And we were very physical, aggressive from early on. And we handle hits and handle the streaks and runs all game. So today was just a bounce-back game, and we look forward to continue this.
Well, you kept your head and it led to a win. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.